Alright, now I gotta get this screw out of here. Oh, it wasn't even tight. Take our drill and a lot of crap in there. That's your idle circuit right there.
Is that the idle circuit?
Yeah.
It's all plugged up, huh?
No, it's not plugged, but it has big burrs in there.
Got big burrs in it?
See, it doesn't have the burrs anymore.
Yeah.
It's all plugged up. You have a bunch of crap all through here.
Hmm.
A lot of times you pull up sand in there with somebody blast the carburetor, it'll be all full of muck and sand.
Yeah.
This one here, I'm expecting to see chrome residue in there still, but it's not.
These are all specialty tools that Tatro's using for Linkert carburetors.
These are copied from a genuine
The genuine Linkert ones?
genuine rebuild kit that was available years ago. We copied and measured them and made up our own set.
Hmm.
See, everything's opened up now, so that should be good. Where's my arrow? These here are your slot cleaners. You go in here and clean out the slot. So for high performance work, we open these up. You're probably going to have a pretty damn narrow slot in this thing, I bet. We have 9 something, 15, and then I think 20 or 18 or some number like that. This probably has the smallest one, which is about 9. This should be about a 15 here. Yeah, 16, 15. This should be the big one, which is 20 as I recall. 20, see? So one of the things I do is I take the narrow one and I open up to the medium size. And this doesn't do anything pulling, it's pushing. It does this one. Oh, it did go through.
And what does that control?
It's transfer slot.
Transfer slot.
See the slot right there?
Yep.
Blow it up, you have to see it.
Yep.
This didn't go through at first, but it does go right through it now. So that means it had a bunch of varnish and stuff closing up the slot.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I was having to cut, I'd have to be forcing this down through the brass. I didn't have to do that. So. The book actually tells you what they're supposed to be. What that does is when you open up the throttle disc, the slot's right here. So as you open it up, it lets fuel come through.
Mm.
It comes in, goes around. It lets it into the well, then out of the well, and it puts the fuel past here. Also, when you put a back cut angle on these things, on the later ones, it makes it work a little bit differently. These are more crude style carburetors. The later ones are a little bit better.
Okay.
I made a bunch of changes on the on 47 and 8, 49. What year they do all the changes? I think it was like 48 and a half, 49. They made a bunch of changes on the carburetors.
Now, is an M35 a decent carburetor for a Knucklehead?
It's the stock one for a knuckle.
It's a stock one for a knuckle?
Yeah.
For an early knuckle, right?
All of them.
All of them?
Well, all the 74 inch stuff.
24 inch?
These are 74 inch carburetors. 61s had M5s on them.
Oh, okay.
On the 30s, and then they change them.
Okay.
On just like you have different Venturis. This here is a low performance Venturi. I know you like low performance.
Yeah.
Usually what I do on these, I open them up to make them breathe better, which we probably will do while you're not looking.
They'll work just like they are.
Yeah, but you're going to go for a toilet break here in a while. I'll fix it for you while you're gone.
Yeah.
You can't have anything stock around here. I'm going to try to save this throttle lever here, but it's in pretty crappy condition. Where's my plastic hammer at? Sitting on it. When you tighten the screws down on these, they change all over the place. So.
Do they?
Yep. Let me do my Loctite. So you gotta go back and forth on the screws, loosen them up, tighten them back up again, try different patterns, and beat on them with a hammer, and dick around with them, and then
Hey, these are 70-year-old parts you're working on, huh?
when you're all done, you give up and do something else, go get another pair and start
There
beating on
you
them again.
When you're all done, you buy an S&S.
No, when you're all done, it works.
All right.
Or you keep playing with it until it does work. Here's the other screwdriver. First thing we gotta do is we make sure we gotta put pressure down so the disc is solid in the bore. Make sure this is all the way up. And then you tighten your screws down where you're holding it.
There you go.
And you also gotta make sure that the disc was in your square in the right direction. And you tighten them up fairly snug. You see how that's kind of snug?
Yeah, perfect.
No, it doesn't work. It's tight like that.
Oh, it doesn't?
Your throttle doesn't work.
Hmm.
So you get to figure out where the tight spots are at. You also close it up and look down the bore and see how much light you got. And that tells you how worn out everything is. See, you see light around the disc and stuff?
Yep. Yep, right around.
That's because your disc is worn. The throttle body's not quite round. Even though we did make it rounder than it was.
Yep.
Alright. So now we get to figure out how we're going to make this a little bit more straight. Now we got to figure out where it's high and low at. So, you know how you figure that out?
Nope.
You hit on it with a hammer.
Hit on it with a hammer, huh? There you go.
If it gets worse, it's different. See right here, it's smoother now.
Is it?
But over here where we need it to be good, it's just as bad or worse. So go that direction, hit it this way. So it's getting better over here, but we're over here though, see?
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't work too good. So try this side.
There it goes.
Not really.
Huh?
Got stiffer. Doesn't seem to be improving it very much. Yeah. Don't think that one's going to free up doing that. Now we take it out and try to get the shaft to work freely in the bore. Because when you tighten this all up, it changes whatever
Yeah,
it
it changes the angle of it, huh?
It changes everything because
Yeah.
it's a real narrow slot and a very strong shaft.
No, it's on brass too, huh?
Yeah. So this is really tight in there. Sometimes you can see marks and stuff like that. I've tried lots of different ways of doing these, but it all just comes down to finding the spot where it's high and fixing it, whatever it takes. So your problem is the shaft isn't, your bore isn't exactly round either, so.
Yeah. Well, just get it close.
I gotta to get to where it works. Take your straight edge and look at it. Put the light, maybe you can see some bows in it. Definitely bent that way. Go and look at this way. Bent another way. Definitely got a big bend right there. It's going like this. So we have this bending fixture right here. Stick it right in there like that. And you go just like that. And you check it. And after you hit it, you go look, see what you did, and see if you moved it or you went too far. It's definitely got a big bow in this thing. See, I'm right where the groove is too, so it's hard to tell what you got, what you don't have. Seeing much. This one's so screwed up, I don't want to do anything. Alright. Plan B. Check it off. See the next thing.